Hello students, today we are going to discuss one type of polymer, that is condensation polymer. In the last video already we have discussed the addition polymer and different types of addition polymers and their uses. Today we will discuss condensation polymer. Already know condensation polymers are formed by the combination of different monomers having two or more functional groups. Generally, bifunctional monomers, when combine one another forming condensation polymer, small molecules like water, ammonia, hydrochloric acid, like this, these smaller molecules are removed during the condensation. So condensation polymer is formed when bifunctional monomers having bifunctional, that means two functional groups are there, then they condense. Condensation means loss of some simple molecule during the reaction of functional groups forming condensation polymer. Condensation polymer also called as step growth polymer. Already we have discussed in the last video. So what are the condensation polymers? We will discuss now. Condensation polymers, let we start from this one example, that is polyester. One condensation polymer, one example is polyester. Polyester is formed when dioic acid reacts with diol. Okay, dioic acid when reacts with diol, you know, acid and base, acid and alcohol when combined, it produces ester. So dioic acid, it is a bifunctional organic compounds. Diol, it is also a bifunctional groups. When two or more bifunctional monomers combine, it produces polyester. To get polyester, it should be n number and all also n number. When n number of dioic acid combined with n number of diol forming polyester. So polyesters are different types. One is very important, that is terylene. This is terylene. Terylene is also one example of polyester. Terylene is formed by the combination of terephthalic acid. It is produced by the combination of terephthalic acid. This is your terephthalic acid. Terephthalic acid, this is n number of terephthalic acid when combined with diol. Diol is ethylene glycol, that is ethylene glycol, CH2OH, n number. When it combines, it produces which one? It produces ester. Ester here, what type ester? As n number combine, it produce terylene. The formula you will start. This is a carboxylic acid and this is both end having carboxyl group and both end having OH group. Then both carboxyl group and OH group combine forming ester. So ester means you start from this. This is your CO. Then your benzene ring as per the structure, then CO combined with OH forming ester, then the formula remaining same. Suppose CH2 we can write whole 2, then O. So this is the formation of ester, polyester, N. This is your polyester, terylene. This is terylene. Terylene is also called as, it is also called a dacron. It is also called as dacron. The fiber of pterylene is called dacron. So first polyester, that is pterylene, it is made up of, it is the polymer of, that is terephthalic acid. This is called terephthalic acid. Short form I have written terephthalic acid, and this is your ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol short form is ethylene EG, ethylene glycol. So when ethylene glycol combine with terephthalic acid, then it produces what? Pterylene or dacron. That is one example of polyester. Second polyester we can write, that is glyptal. Glyptal. Glyptal also one example of that polyester, that is, it is also produced by the combination of your same dicarboxylic acid. This is your dicarboxylic acid, but this carboxylic acid is called phthalic acid. It is called phthalic acid. Phthalic acid N number, when mixed with same ethylene glycol, that is OH N number with CH2 whole 2, then OH. This is ethylene glycol. Short form I will write EG, ethylene glycol. This is phthalic acid. When they condense, produce that polyester, name is glyptal. That is same form, structure is same structure, no change. Just you observe this one. Then here you start from CO, then ortho position again CO attached to O, ester, then CH2 whole 2, then O, whole bracket N. This is your glyptal. This is glyptal, one polyester. So these are two examples of polyester. One is pterylene, second one is glyptal. Both are used as your synthetic fiber. Polyester fiber and glyptal fiber, both are. And glyptal also use preparation of synthetic paint. Okay, so these are pterylene, you know, that is used as a fiber. Pterylene and cotton, composite of pterylene and cotton is called terrycut, or you know the synthetic fiber, both terrycut and pterylene and cotton. So pterylene and glyptal, these are example of polyester. Then another type of condensation polymer we can take, this is nylon. Nylon is also a condensation polymer. Nylon is generally produced. Nylon is also called polyamide. It is also polyamide. How polyamide is produced? By the combination of your dioic acid and diamine. Okay, both combined produce nylon. You know, nylon is the word derived from these two words. Nylon, NY means your, that is New York, LON means London. This is one type of fiber that's derived the country name, that is nylon means New York and London, like this. Okay, so it is one condensation polymer of that dioic acid and diamine. It is also called polyamide. So for examples, nylon, one example you take, that is nylon 6. Nylon 6, it is one polymer of caprolactam. This is your example, this is a cyclic compound, C double bond O, suppose this is C, then NH, this is your NH. You see the structure, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, you see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, that means 7 membered ring, 7 atoms in the ring. It contains 7 atoms. Out of 7 atoms, 6 atoms are carbon, so it is called nylon 6. 6 stand for the number of carbon atoms 6. So this is called caprolactam. This caprolactam, when polymerizes on heating and presence of water, it dissociates, it decomposes and polymerizes, forming nylon 6. If you see how many carbon atom, 1 2 3 4 5 carbon, that is CS2 group, CS2 whole 5. This is the technique. 1 CS2, 2 CS2, 3 CS2, 4 CS2 and 5 CS2. Then one end is CO. Then another end is NH, like this. So both ends extended in the form of N. So if you take N number of caprolactam, you will get nylon 6. This is called nylon 6. Nylon 6 is the polymer of caprolactam. It is the homopolymer, but your glyptal and pteryline, these are called copolymer because different monomers combined, but it is one monomer, that is caprolactam. And it is one example of homopolymer. The name is nylon 6. 6 stand for, indicates 6 carbon atom. CS2 whole 5 carbon and CO also 1 carbon, that is 6 carbon. So this is called nylon 6. Another examples, that is nylon 66. Nylon 66. Nylon 66 means that is a copolymer. One is nylon 6 is mainly that is your adipic acid. Example of CS2 whole 4, COOH and COOH N molecule, that is called, this example, this is called your adipic acid. Adipic acid. When adipic acid combine with diamine also CS2 whole 6 and NH2, and this is also NH2. When N number combine, then produce nylon 6s. Already I have told you the technique. You start from CO. It is a reaction between acid and amino group, CO, then CS2 whole 4 as per the formula, then again CO, then you start from NH, okay, then CS2 whole 6, then NH, whole bracket N. This is called nylon 66. This is called nylon 66. Nylon 66 is the polymer of adipic acid and hexamethylene diamine. Short form I am writing hexamethylene diamine. HMDA, short form is hexamethylene, because 6 methylene group, so this is hexamethylene, and 2 amine, NH2 diamine. So this is the one example of nylon 66, that is adipic acid and hexamethylene diamine combined, forming nylon 6s. Both nylon used as a synthetic fiber, and your pteryline and glyptal, this is also used as synthetic fiber. Okay, this is nylon 66 and nylon 6. Then another important, that is condensation polymer, that is called phenol formaldehyde resin. Phenol formaldehyde resin. That is also one important condensation polymer. It is produced by the combination of, you can write this one, It is produced by the combination of phenol. This is the formula of phenol, OH, that is phenol, and formaldehyde short form is CH2O. So n number of phenol combined with n number of formaldehyde in presence of acid, in presence of acid. Then when this, and you know phenol generally shows orthopara substituted product. So here CH2O in presence of acid acts as an electrophile. It behaves as an electrophile. It attacked at ortho position of phenol. So condensation takes place. The reaction will be like this. OH, then here CH2. Similarly, another molecule comes like this, OH, then CH2. So CH2O, this is your formaldehyde. When this formaldehyde in presence of acid acts as a electrophile, it attacks the ortho position of phenol. So like this is extended, both direction it extended. This linear polymer of phenol and formaldehyde is called, it is called Novalac. It is called Novalac. Novalac. What is Novalac? Novalac is the polymer of linear chain polymer of phenol and formaldehyde. This is phenol, this is formaldehyde, and this is called Novalac. But when this, it will be heated, then when this compound, this linear chain Novalac, when it will be heated, then it becomes three-dimensional branched network structure, that is called bakelite. That is called bakelite. Very important. Bakelite is also a polymer of condensation polymer of phenol and formaldehyde. Okay, but when phenol and formaldehyde just it is combined and the linear chain product is formed, that is called Novalac. But when this linear chain convert to branch chain, when linear chain it is again, suppose this is ortho position, then para position can be attached. So when ortho and para both position is substituted by, that is formaldehyde, then produce a bakelite. It is possible in presence of heat. When we heat the Novalac, then it convert to bakelite. So phenol formaldehyde resin, you know this is called bakelite. It is also used as electrical appliance also, and also you can use for making comb and your fountain pen and some statue like this. So this is very hard. Phenol formaldehyde resin, that is a bakelite, it is very hard. It is become more hard on heating. That's why it is called thermosetting polymer. Already you know what is thermosetting polymer. The polymer which becomes more hard on heating, that is called thermosetting polymer, bakelite. It is obtained from phenol and formaldehyde monomers. So another important that we can write this one. Another example is that melamine formaldehyde resin. Melamine formaldehyde resin. This type of what is resin? Resin is one example of network structure of a compound, that is, we can say it is a that thermosetting polymer resin. So phenol formaldehyde resin, and there is melamine formaldehyde resin. Melamine formaldehyde, if you draw the structure, that this is the example of melamine. This is your melamine structure, 3 corner by nitrogen, then just like your benzene, and this position is NH2, other position is NH2. This is called melamine. This is called melamine. When this melamine then condensed in presence of formaldehyde CH2O. Already I have told you, when combined in presence of formaldehyde, then produce the monomer, that the polymer is like this. If you draw this structure, this is N, then this position is NHCH2, then this position will be NH and CH2, this position also NH and CH2. So this amino group and your which one, formaldehyde, condensed with the loss of water molecule, and this will be extended in all direction, this whole bracket N. So if you take n number of melamine, polymer means you have to take n number of monomers, n number of melamine, n number of formaldehyde, on heating, it is also heating, and forming melamine formaldehyde resin. Short form is melamine formaldehyde resin, MFR, melamine formaldehyde resin, and it is called what? Phenol formaldehyde resin. Short form is phenol formaldehyde resin, that is called bakelite. PFR, short form phenol formaldehyde resin, that is bakelite, and MFR, melamine formaldehyde resin. Here two monomers, one is melamine, another is formaldehyde. Here two monomers, one is phenol, another is formaldehyde. So melamine formaldehyde, this resins, that is a thermosetting polymer. It is used for that very hard also non-breakable utensil, non-breakable, suppose cup, plate, which cannot be broken, non-breakable cup, plate, crockery items, then crockery items can be prepared from melamine formaldehyde resin. So these are the some important resin, that is resin means that these are called thermosetting polymer. Then okay, then another very important polymer we are going to discuss, that is these are also condensation polymer, that is biodegradable polymer. This nowadays this is very biodegradable polymer. Already know biodegradable polymer, these are now is very important challenge for modern scientists. How the polymer, because polymer is non-biodegradable and it causes pollution. You know that use of plastic, it is now going to be banned, already banned, but it is going on. Polymers generally cannot be biodegradable. So as it is not biodegradable, so it causes pollution. So the substitute of non-biodegradable polymer by biodegradable polymer. So many examples of biodegradable polymers, but some examples we will discuss now. One important examples of biodegradable polymer, that is PHBV polymer. What is your PHBV polymer? P stand for, that is poly, H stand for hydroxy, butyrate and valerate. B means butyric acid, V means valeric acid. So when that is hydroxy butyric acid and hydroxy valeric acid, when condensed, when combined, it results this polymer of hydroxy butyric acid and hydroxy valeric acid. Let us write the structure. Suppose n number of, if you take this one, n number of you take CH3 CHOH, then CH2 COH. If you see here, how many carbon atom? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is called alpha. this is called alpha, sorry, this is not alpha, beta hydroxy valeric acid. Short form is VA. I am writing. VA means valeric acid. Valeric acid means your it is butyric acid. Butyric acid contain 4 carbon atom. Butyric acid 1, 2, 3, 4. So beta hydroxy butyric acid, then mix with n number of what? CH3, CH2, then CH3. If you see, this is OH. You take this is OH. This is your OH group. Then 1, 2, 3. Then CH2, then COH. So how many carbon atom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 means valeric acid, and this is your beta position. So beta hydroxy, same name is same. Beta hydroxy valeric acid, VA. So this is the combination of beta hydroxy butyric acid. Butyric acid means having 4 carbon atom. Butane like this, butyric acid. Then beta hydroxy valeric acid. Valeric acid is common name, having 5 carbon. So when these two acids, it is not a simple acid, it is the hydroxy derivative of these acids. When they condense, it gives which polymer? You could like this. You take first beta hydroxy butyric acid, and second one is beta hydroxy valeric acid. When these two combine, then we take functional groups. So here the functional group is alcohol and acid, and second compound also alcohol and acid. So you take from alcohol. So alcohol means O, then second one is CH, then CH3, then CH2, then CO. Acid group. The acid group when combined with OH group, it produces ester. So alcohol means O, you take then CH, CH3, CH2, CO, then O from another. This O coming from second group. So O, then CH, CH, then remaining, this is your C2H5. Taking combined C2H5, then CH2, then CO. Okay, then whole bracket N. Again I am repeating here. So when the two monomers condensed, this condensation is possible through reaction of functional group. Here functional group OH group. So OH group contain O, then CH, then CH3. CH3 is the free group. It does not take part in the reaction. So CH3 is CH3, then CH2, then acid group CO, then another alcohol when combined produce ester, COO, that is ester. Acid group having CO group, then alcohol O, then second group having chain is CH, then free group is C2H5, then CH2, then CO. So this is called your PHBV. What is the full form of PHBV? Polyhydroxy butyrate polyhydroxy valerate. V means valerate, B means butyrate. So combination of butyric acid, hydroxy butyric acid and hydroxy valeric acid forming PHBV polymer, which is biodegradable. Then second example of one biodegradable polymer is nylon 2, nylon 6. So this is one example of biodegradable polymer, that is nylon 2 and nylon 6. Nylon 2 you take one example having 2 carbon atoms, CH2, COOH, and another is NH2. This is called glycine. This is example of glycine. Glycine short form is GLY. It is having two functional group. One is carboxyl group, another is amino group. When this combine with nylon 6 means 6 carbon. You take amino group, one side amino group, second is CH2 whole 5 and COH. and n number. Here this is called nylon 6. Nylon 6. Nylon 6 having nylon 6 here. This is nylon 6. Why telling nylon 6? It is not that is the part of nylon, and it is also called caproic acid. It is also called caproic acid. Caproic acid having 6 carbon. Here CH2 whole 5 an acid group. So one end acid group, another is amino group. When these two monomers when condensed, forming a condensation polymer, you start from amino group, that is NH, then CH2 remaining same, then CO, then second group NH. Then because when acid group and amino group combine, it produce water molecule. Here previously when alcohol group and acid group combined, forming water molecule and forming ester. So NH, CH2, CO, NH, then CH2 whole 5, then CO, so whole bracket N. So this is called your nylon 2 and nylon 6. So these are two examples of biodegradable polymer. And now biodegradable polymer are very important for modern scientists to prepare important biodegradable polymer for the substitution of what? Non-biodegradable polymer. Okay, because non-biodegradable polymer causes environmental pollution. So these two examples biodegradable polymer, these are the one examples of what? Synthetic biodegradable polymer. It is a synthetic fiber used for generally stitching during operation. So this fiber after stitching, it will be assimilated in the body. That's why not necessary to remove the fiber. After operation, it will be assimilated in the body. That's why it is biodegradable. So it is a challenge for the scientist how the non-biodegradable polymer will be replaced by biodegradable polymer to control environmental pollution. So today we discuss different types of condensation polymer like your polyester, nylon, and your some that is thermosetting polymer, thermosetting resin just like phenol formaldehyde resin, melamine formaldehyde resin, and different biodegradable polymers. Okay, so I hope you have understood the video that lessons. If any doubt you have, you can send your doubts, your comments in the comment box. If you like this video, please share the video to your friends, and if you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel, and any doubt you can send your question in the comment box. Okay.